Moto camp time. Glad to be packed and prepped. Alright, this will be really quick because it's the day before and I forgot to pack. And so I really have to throw this stuff on. What this is a dry bag from Tusk, as you can see. It's a 10-liter dry bag, so kind of small for its size, but you know, it's just gonna carry some overnight stuff. We're not going out any more than that. It's just an overnighter. So this is gonna go on there, but inside is a little bit more. Some saddlebags. They're not the big ones. These are also from Tusk. Got them as a whole kit. These are their Traverse saddlebags, so they're kind of like the smallish version. 16 liters total between these, so there's 2 bags, so 8 each. So we're gonna put these on as well. Again, not much total capacity here, 26 between the two, 26 liters. I also have these. These are just kind of like, you know, cheapo mole style bottle holders. I have 2 of them. One is for a 1-liter fuel bottle, as just in case. We're gonna fill up before we hit the dirt. There's a gas station that's right before there, so we should all be fine. We've done this trip before many times and I've never ran out of fuel, but it's just kind of, you know, just in case. That way we have something to get us back to the gas station at least. So one of those is gonna hold a fuel bottle, and then the other is gonna hold you know, just a regular old Nalgene bottle, 32 ounce. Got a couple of these. So one will go in the bottle holder, and then I think I'm going to strap these, since they're like infinitely strappable. There's button snaps, there's loops, there's D-rings. I mean, you can think of millions of different ways to attach this to anything. But I think I'm gonna attach one on each side to the saddlebags somewhere. Again, that doesn't impede my movement, but we'll get this on first to get this, because this is the base, situated so that way you can put the dry bag on top of it, and then these kind of wherever they can go. Let's at least get these all on the bike and fitted, so that way I can start strapping other stuff to it. Also got a bunch of other straps in here, just miscellaneous things to attach to other things so that they do not move or fall off while I ride, or at least hopefully, but we'll find out. So let's get back to this. Oh my gosh, microphone, you're in the way. All right, so we got it all together. A couple straps left over. I'm probably gonna add some additional stuff on the outside, like my sleeping bag. That's not gonna fit in the bags, so got a few out here. This is actually from the saddlebag, so this is for like more of a dirt bike option. So these clips, these big things here, kind of clamp over the rear fender, and just so it gives you kind of a centered up place with these rings here to attach the backside. But we'll see what I did with mine, because I found it to be easier with the rear rack option, even though I don't have a rear rack. So here's what it looks like, all stuffed up, not packed, but literally just I threw every single towel and piece of riding gear pretty much that I could find into these, just to give them some capacity to get an understanding of like how this looks, how it feels full with things in it. So we got the side saddlebag here, 8-liter capacity with this bottle on top, connected to the 10-liter dry bag way up there. Forgot to show. So these are strapped to the frame right here, just on 2 points, one up here, one down here, and then another right there, part that would strap to that fender thingy, but I actually found it was easier to just strap it to the rear license plate frame. So there's a little section, little cutout right here, so just looped it in there. Also put another rock strap in here, so that rock strap is just kind of holding this back a little bit, because it didn't quite line up in here, and if it was completely centered it would actually be like a few inches forward, and I wanted to push this thing as far back as possible, so that way I just have more real estate here to work with in actually riding, because just sitting on it, like, this does take up some portion of the seat that I didn't expect to be there. So when I actually just kind of like sat on the bike normally, hit my tailbone right there. So you have to be cautious of that. I mean, had I had a top rack or something here where this fender bag is, then I could put it way over here and not worry about it, but you know, gotta work with what you got. So I'll probably be able to stick a sleeping bag right here, because that's not going to fit in these. And we'll put another strap down here, I think, and just kind of loop it around and also kind of strap it here. There's all sorts of little loops and D-rings and, you know, pieces of thing to attach to in any way, shape, or form, so I'm not worried about that at all. I think we'll get this cinched down perfectly so that nothing falls, nothing moves, and that I'll be able to ride comfortably. Alright, still the day before, but we're doing a full test run because I have not ridden with these yet. So I'm in my full off-road regalia. We're also going to do a systems check of the cameras because I'm using my off-road helmet. Put the key in there. Oh no, I didn't think this through. The selfie stick is in the way. There we go. That's annoying. Alright, we're recording. Alright, so I'm in my full get-up. Different helmets, so different mounts. Also, I moved the dry bag back even further, so the front strap on this is actually on the back strap of the saddles. So that way it gives me even more clearance here, like another 5 or 6 inches. And then just kind of put these to the side. They're a little floppy, but I don't know, maybe another bungee underneath. Ooh. Ooh, that was close. You got grazed there, little guy. Okay, yeah, that's so much better. These saddlebags, I think, are gonna really help me out this time. In the past, just because it was so infrequent that I would do moto camping, usually kind of once, maybe twice a year, I would kind of suffer in that I would wear, basically everything would be on my back in my gigantic backpack. Maybe have like my sleeping bag attached to the fender and that's about it. Everything was on me. So my hips were dead, even just riding on a smooth road, let alone in the dirt. If you're ever going moto camping or ATVing or anything like that, I'm telling you right now, even in the first couple minutes of just riding around, get saddlebags, get a rear rack, put the luggage on the bike, not on you. I feel weird being all dressed up like I should be on a trail or going up a mountain instead of just riding around the back streets of North Park. I guess I could go downtown and then be even more out of place. Fixed the selfie stick pole for the 360 camera. It worked just fine on my first off-road ride. So this is actually the second time I've used it. That time I just kind of like pieced something together at the last second. It was connected to another Ram tripod mount that I hacked. That didn't hold up very well, it snapped. It was still together, but it vibrated itself into 2 pieces. Got an actual dedicated male, female, whatever side end for the bottom. So it's actually connected pretty solidly, so maybe it'll be a little more stable too. I was actually pretty impressed with the 360 footage that came out. That was the first time I ever used this camera. It turned out really good, I think, at least. It was a little jumpy at times, but not too bad at all. Do you guys like the 360 stuff, by the way? Should I include that more often? I think it's kind of cool. It gives it like a third-person view rather than just me looking forward. All right, we're getting up to more highway speeds here, so we'll see how bad the wind is. I wouldn't be surprised if the microphone's like completely blown out right now. If so, and you're watching this, I'm sorry. I probably should have checked at that light to see if anything's fell off. I hope nothing did. I see in my shadow there's a bottle there. That was the one thing I was worried about, was the bottles. I hope the angle on the helmet cam is alright too. Do a little bit of orienting, at least as much as I can while on the road. You can actually like rest on these. I wish they were a little further back. How far back can I sit? Yeah, there, I notice it. It's backpack's up against the dry bag.
But everywhere else, like up on the seat, no problems. Pegs, feet off the pegs, just fine. Definitely not in the way at all. Had I not had the selfie stick sticking out, this would have been just fine going lane splitting, because I think the handlebars are a little wider than the saddlebags. That's good to know. Feels alright, this. What a life-changing discovery. And how dumb am I for not having discovered it sooner? Put the luggage on the bike, not on your back. Mind blown. Everything's still there. And I presume everything is still where I cinched it down. So, that's the one thing I will say about these is like, there's nothing that's like holding it down on the bottom here. So it does kind of flap a little bit. You can only really tighten from these two sides. So you just kind of stretched there, but no loose straps either. That's good. Cool. I think that's a successful test. And we'll put it to the ultimate test tomorrow. See you then.